Welcome everyone to our meditation QIGong yoga retreat. We're so happy you can join us. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. We're so happy you could join us, and we will start the retreat doing our opening prayer, setting our motivation for doing these practices, the highest bodhicitta motivation, and that will be in the yellow prayer book. For those of you who are new to our center and our website, it is on the event page. We have materials for the retreat there, and you can view or download our yellow prayer book and the blue prayer book. So these we use for our opening prayers and our dedication prayers. So please reference these materials, and we will start on page 1 and read until page 5 for the opening prayers. All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So now we will go to the island of Maui in Hawaii, the Hawaiian Islands. The island of Maui is where Joyanna Maria Ananda, our QIGong yoga teacher, will teach us from her home there on Maui. And so we're very grateful that Joyanna was able to get all of the technological assistance she needed to be able to do her class from Maui for all of us around the world. So without further delay, we will go to Hawaii.
Tashi delay. Aloha. Oh my, what a time. What a time. We are all on a ride and it's together. And I'm grateful that I feel such a connection with such a wealth of community and in our world, and just the place that we're able to meet this way, timelessly, spaciously, all over the planet. So linked in, heart love, lending that out into the whole. Amazing. I want to thank you. Much mahalo. A deep reverent bow, a deep reverent bow. Garchen Rinpoche, I so richly in my heart bow to your work, your continual presence in all of our lives, in the places of prayers to relieve the sufferings, and the continual ways that you carry on effortlessly, just in a way that serves. And I wanted to give you a gift from our island, a lei made by an elder, Kapuna, who wove this with tea, a sacred plant that holds the energy of protection and peace around a home, so that this be something for you in your home, and we in our circle as we gather, and our earth home that we're all working for in great ways. So Garchen, aloha. And here some colors for dear Christina and the community, who also, by his side, endlessly serve and give so much energy to keep everything going. I am just so in awe at what you all are doing. So to you, I lie this lei of love and really hold my deepest heart to where you stand in all that you do. Much thank you. And this is for all of the community and the monks and everyone who we've danced and practiced together. I've loved those moments we've come together. So in respect, all of you are given this beautiful gift. So we'll create this circle of love in the ways that, there, we hold you in the Maui Aina. We begin. Where do we begin? Where does one begin? I've been asked to come to prepare all of us for a place to settle in and to find the tranquility to sit deep. Meditation, a path to the place of an awakened mind. And sometimes our bodies maybe get in the way, maybe our minds too. So I trust that what we'll share today will support you to open and free flow of energy and allow the mind to brighten and free itself from any of these layers of impressions that this world has right now. I really trust that how we work together, the energy multiplies so that we can carry a force and really extend that out into our world community. altruistic bodhisattva. We know the path that we stand with each other, holding hands, heart to heart, and connected to support each other's upliftment. And so may we begin this practice remembering we are one. We are one heart. We are one breath. And we are in this one world, great, vast world, seen and unseen. So in call to that unification, in prayer for the benefits to be for all beings, the breath. We begin with breath. Life starts with that. We slide through or squeeze through or whatever it takes to come in this time again. And the gift is the breath. And the breath, when you watch a child, a babe, it's deep, it's connected. It has this soft bellow of a force that just breathes them into a body being. It's amazing. And then in life with traumas and stresses and changes and all, we know that breath shallows, or it pauses or stops, or we lose connection with it. So I'd like to invite you to just kind of go through a few steps with some breath so you'll have some awareness. The beginning phase of this little time we have together, I'm going to introduce some ideas and then we'll take them into our practice. And that way you'll have some understanding. I feel and believe that when you have a sense of something, you understand it, you have a feeling about it, there's more energy to put to what you're doing. They say in a traditional text that where you focus, and we've heard it in many different teachings, where you focus, the energy follows. Where you put your mind's attention, that's where the wellspring of the energy, the life force goes. So with that, let's find where our breath goes. I like to find a sense of it by feeling. And if you put one hand on your lower abdominal area, right down above the pubic bone, and the other hand right on the upper part of your chest. And the idea is, because your lungs are this capacity that when they fill from the bottom and they press the diaphragm and it bellows to the belly. And we want the breath that deep. We want that much capacity of energy, of prana, of the mana, of the chi. And so as you're feeling, you're going to go, oh wow, it doesn't even go down there. It's only shallow. Well, this is an anxious breath. This is a stressful breath. So we train our bodies, we reprogram our bodies to relax, and then bring that inhalation through the nose and allow the feeling of the breath pushing, your belly pushing into your hand with the full inhalation. And it'll fill, and then on the exhale, you'll come back and the belly will go in. So that's the beginning of a deep breath. And I think and feel the vitality of that makes all the difference in your practice, where you have the fullness of what we use as fuel for the transformation, for the purification. So let's take a nice deep breath. Feel it deep down. See if your hand is pushed out by your belly, fills to the wide middle lobes, upper lobes, and it might reach up here, but not just there. On the exhale, the top empties, middle, and then the belly goes back in. Try it again. Deep breath in, and wider this time maybe. Fills even to the back part of the lungs. They really go into those back ribs. And then again on the exhale, emptying from the top, middle part of the lungs, squeezing to where the abdominals draw in a nice concentration of energy down there. So a lot of what breath is a cultivation of energy in our body. So you're breathing and filling, and all of that's coming inside of your body, and you're exhaling and releasing. You're not only releasing, but you're concentrating the energy right back down here. A cauldron, I'll tell you more later. So breathe in deeply, full, wide, behind the back, up back shoulders, and then on the exhale through the nose, upper lobes empty, slowly middle, and down to the lower. A nice breath again, full and deep. So a nice normal breath is a deep breath like that. And so carry on and check yourself and just feel like, am I breathing? And oh, wait a minute, too shallow. Take a pause, find it again. The second breath I'd like to introduce to you is the purifying breath. And that works with the breath in, but the breath through the nose, but the breath out will be out of the mouth, and it's a longer exhale. So as you breathe in through the nose, nice, deep, full breath, out the mouth. Let's try that with a little move. So as you breathe in, feel the expansion, deep, wide, full, and then with the hands, just step forward with one foot. Step back gently, breathe in, and exhale. Relax, breathe in. Feel the ease, reception to the energy. And the exhale again. Back again, full breath. Feel as you're drawing in energy in, each breath magnificently so, and then release and purify. There, coming again back into center. And relax. So we'll be using that, really powerful purification away through movements to get into places that things get stuck. The accumulations, whether they're mentally or emotionally, whatever it is that keeps us from really rising to our highest. So in that respect, we'll carry on. It's a windy breath. And I love that it's called windy because usually when I'm out in nature, it's just that, it's windy. And it causes things to move around. It moves the energy inside the body. So you'll go in and out of the nose. It's kind of a sniffing. You can feel your belly and your chest kind of contract in, and the forced exhale, natural inhale. So try that. It's not so hard. You might want to go slower if it is a challenge. So anything we do, if it is not quite comfortable, just slow it down a little bit. Feel free to modify. So sniffing breath warms. You can already feel that it brings the air in and starts warming the inner body. And when the lungs are warmed, it really supports the kidneys. The kidneys are the energy, the fuel of life force that moves through us. The breath moves the fluid. So we really appreciate warmth to keep that fluidity, that nice, easeful flow. And the other thing that's incredible about the windy breath is that its activation really dynamically stirs the upper center. So the pituitary lights up. And a lot of times they say that it sparkles the crown, which you might feel that. It's quite significant. And what a great gift for any time we're looking to just lift our consciousness to a place of presence. So easy to shift patterns wherever, whatever's not feeling balanced right. A little bit of windy breath, very valuable. And the next breath is where, when we exhale, we release ever so gently, long and slow. Breathe in through the nose. And when you come to the top, we're going to hold the breath. As we hold it, there's a few locks. I'll go into detail in a moment. But that place where you hold the breath creates a greater capacity in your body, more chi, more energy. And then exhale through the nose. I invite you to go out the mouth if you'd like to, if you feel like you're letting go of something. So breathing in through the nose. Hold the breath. And exhale. Let's do it one more time. Breathing in. Hold. and release. Get to know the feeling of breathing out the mouth and breathing out the nose. You'll know the remedy that you'll need. It'll become more natural. So the 4 breaths we'll be using in and through our bit of time together. I'd like to introduce now, where does the breath go? Yes, into this body, this vessel, this stream of energy moving through, this force of a life that magnifies. So breath is powerful, and we want to prepare this vessel to receive as much energy as we possibly can. So through these practices, we start with a posture and talking a little bit about energy anatomy as well as our physical anatomy. So you can have in your mind when I go through the practices, oh, right, that's what she meant. And so let's start there. We'll go with the gates. The gates are at the soles of your feet, and the soles of the feet are at the kidney 1 point, right up from the ball of the foot. They're at the palm, this gateway that draws in and extends out. The gate at the root of the body, so at the perineal floor, between the coccyx and the pubis, kind of halfway there. You can feel that connection of 2 meridians there, a powerful gate to seal. Moving up the body, there's a gate at the tongue and the palate. And just feel as your tongue touches the edge of your teeth, slide up, and you'll feel your tongue slip right into a little well space, a little puka. It's a Hawaiian word for today. So there, that well space connects this conception vessel to the governing vessel. Powerful to contain the energy that we breathe, this orbit of chi that then cultivates more inside, a reservoir of energy. Powerful practice to remember those 2 seals. The other gate is at the crown, and the crown by the 100 meeting point. And so all the meridians culminating here to this 100-petaled blossom. And so that being the gateway to the heavens. So where from the crown we move upward through the spine along the way, we have a gate at the occipital ridge, at the top of this big bone here. We'll move back behind the heart, and then also at the waistline, the Mingmen gate, gate of life, all the way down through to the coccyx. And then you'll find where that, with the spine, will give way to an ease flow through that central energy channel. The golden channel can be blocked if you're too tight, or just the whole way that we can lift out of every vertebrae to create a little bit more space, to give that much more rise to what is in our nature, to move upward. And so that place will talk into the development of our posture. So bubbling springs is the soles of the feet, and I invite you to heel toe your feet just about shoulder width apart. And let's just begin to rock forward. And you can breathe in and rock back. Exhale, feel your heels ground. Rock forward, and notice the front of your body is a part of that lean, and rock back. Exhale, heels, and you can feel the back of the body. And it's all gripping for center. It's like body's nature is come back into balance. So I feel this experience where we move a bit to wake up what lives as natural, this uprise central line of energy. And so when you come then to the midpoint, feel the 4 corners of your feet, soften your knees, grip your toes just gently, softly, and you'll open the bubbling springs right at the sole of the foot. And in that place, remember that these are gateways. So where we focus, the energy follows. And in that movement, as we focus energy down through our feet, down through into the earth, these roots grow broad, wide, and deep. QIGong uses a lot of visualization, imagination, also this place of drawing a sense of what energy does so that your mind has that picture. So however that works for you, we all have a different way of taking it in. So I just invite you to find and feel what makes sense for you and your ability to experience that. So growing roots, grounding in, tapping into the source center of the earth, great stability, stable, strong, valuable. And yet the rest of us is just really relaxed. And as you continue to breathe that root down, feel everything settle up. Now, take a moment and push your feet in. Feel the heels and the roots of the toes. Not the toes stay relaxed, but the roots of the toes. And in that way, there's a kind of a suction cup through the soles of the feet, through the legs, up through to the pelvic bowl. And so in that place, just how it begins to rise up, it's almost like a pump that draws earth, yin, the nature of the element of our earth, this liquid fluid life that comes up through to the root of our central channel, the hui yin point. That's where the seal is. Let's pause here for a moment to rock our pelvic bowl front and back. And this is a place where the pubic bone forward, coccyx under, gives a sensation to the bottom of your body to where you might feel something lift up. And that's what we're looking for. It takes practice. It might just happen. It probably might already be there. But so however you get in touch with that root energy that continues with each breath to rise up and feel as if, let's go to the crown. This always helps kind of pull yourself out of yourself, as if a golden cord is drawing you up. And in that place, the back of the neck relaxes. We're not forward. We're finding where this whole place goes, okay, up we go. The chin isn't too high, it's not too, so just where do you draw it in, lift it up so the gateway at the occiput opens. And then from that, the top of the T1, and then all the way to the waistline. All those gates clear the way. So this is part of that opening through the central line. That's where in meditation they suggest that your spine be upright. And this is where and why, with that uprightness, it allows the energy to flow up into all the spaces above. We want these endocrine systems to light up, and where breath and energy move, more blood flows, all of those systems are really nourished and open to the greater capacities. So finding ourselves, get down to your feet again, let's pump a little bit. And as you let that move through your legs and moving it up through to the root, maybe feel your deep belly come in. There's that rising up through to the heart. And just find your creation of a journey moving through the throat to the crown. Lift your shoulders and allow them to just roll back and relax gently through the fingertips. As you breathe, there's a certain bellowing, as if we prepared everything with this breath, this conscious awareness to open, to where then we extend upward. So in through that crown point by Hui, moving out into the blue skies. In your mind's eye, be in that crystal and clear blue. And as you move up in through to those blue skies, out even into the vast universe, trillions of starlight beams shining, piercing into all spaces within your mind, brain, body. And there into source, where that lives, North Star Taoism, the one where it sits in your being. So verticality is where we, into the immenseness, into that vast limitless space where union is one all being. And where with this vessel, with that awareness, can you feel your heartbeat? Can you feel, and the stillness of your posture, in the bellowing, gentle breaths, in the movement of energies from earth and heaven, that right in the center of these two worlds is our heart. And it beats a rhythm. They say the frequency of the heart, when held in love, blends to the whole world, and unites with others of heart, mind, and with heart-mind frequency, altruistic bodhicitta. So carrying this as we move forward into the place of practice. We've got our breath. Heel toe your feet just gently, a little bit wider. Feel the stability. Notice that as we've been practicing, you might experience a little bit more fluids in your mouth. Be aware of those special fluids. As we cultivate energy, light, there's a magnification of that into the bodily fluids, and in that for purification and illumination. So swallow it consciously into your heart. Our heart, a theme in this retreat for limitless love, for the place where mind goes beyond, to open to that vast, non-dual, whole, pure love. A movement with the breath leading, the arms rise. On the exhale, allow the arms to spread wide open, lending from the heart out through the fingers. Breathing in, press down, rise up. As you reach, maybe tippy toes, maybe not. Palms out, exhale, and give way to the ease as your back body settles. Feel it through the back wings, through your sits bones, through your heels. Breathe in again. This movement, a transitional movement, we'll be using it in and through our practices as a pause, as a place to feel and be in touch with what's happening inside in this ever-changing phenomena. We know in life that being true, that each breath opens to a new opportunity. Our minds focused on love lifts us up. Where our thoughts carry energies, heart radiance out and beyond. And there, continuing to notice what thoughts arise so we can continue to keep that lift up through to the highest. Palms out, exhale. Through the nose or through the mouth. Transition is a place for you. Are you connecting and cultivating? Are you clearing out some old places, releasing? Are you finding where you can stretch a little bit more into your possibility? Yes, just rest in that. Find the ease, the relaxation. QIGong is so beautiful to suggest tranquility is the way that the mind can be dropped into the heart, to the place of purity. When we rest into this pure energy, what a gift. So one more, get to know it. Press down, raise up. Follow the current of your breath. Your body is following that current. You're really in connection with a life force leading you. We're getting to know the moves, so your mind can drop back and just give into the current that serves this motion. Actually, let's do one more, where the feeling of the rise of earth lifts up, fills your heart, radiantly out and beyond. Where the yin continues to stir, rise higher to the heavens source. And yang, heavenly energy, cosmic chi, draws down the back body, showers you in that force, strength, protection. Gather those elements, all that you see in this nature abound, the atmosphere, cosmic chi, Adjust your posture, open your crown, receive in through all the chakras, all the glands, all the centers, all the great homes of organs and bowels, everything bathed in that golden radiance into the earth. And as you breathe in gently, coming to a little bit of stir of energy. So with a left hand tapping gently at the heart center, we called to awaken in this retreat. So let's knock on the door. When we stir energy, we break what's stuck. We open the free flow of what lives inside. Essentially, it's all light. So taking our hands up then to the kidney point, the last external right at the clavicle below. So tapping and extending energy. So we know that we're really giving from our hands into our bodies. And up and over then to the hollow of your arm or the lung points. Tap there, just give to that nice reverberation into the lung meridian. Breath chi, energy. Moving in the line of direction inside of the arm, all the way out through the hands. And then the backside, yang, heaven to earth, all the way through the back shoulder, clears down the back. Any of that static energy, shake it off. And then where the hand gathers, brings it around. This hand again into that heart center. Tap that gently. And up through to the kidney point. Kidneys serve the waters, the oceans in our body. And that carries the energy, the jing, life. So we want to reverberate good energy to our kidneys, and then the lung moves it with every breath. So nice tonification into the lung energy, moving it down through the inside yin as we reverberate into the bones, just marrow being such a big, valuable part for our strength, our health, all the way over to the back shoulder, the yang that moves down, release that hand. Shake it out, and then receive, gather, and gently curl a little bit, bring it into the kidneys, right above the waistline, and tap there, gentle vibrations. Bring it down to the sacrum. Again, if it's hard to reach, then just kind of stretch your back a little bit, maybe put your hands, arms there as best as you can. They like it warm. They love to be nourished with heat. Wrap the belt channel. The belt channel is the waistline. The waistline is a valuable, important path of energy that can tend to get stuck. So we want to clear that through different ways. Hands at the lower dantian. We'll talk dantians at some point. And this is a cauldron that cultivates the jing essence, the life force. So the hands just hover there, drawing in what we know as the energy that builds the support for our life, a reservoir for what goes on. So in respect, right hand under for women, left hand for men. And I invite you to feel the other way, and if that feels more balanced for you. We're all in our unique places in life, so what is true? What feels right? So again here, nice deep breath. Can you feel it down that far? Yes. Let's take another one. On the exhale, slowly release your hands. As you breathe in, heel toe a little bit wider, and bringing this movement of energy to our joints. With your left hand, reach up and over. A gentle hold onto your head, and you're going to do a little push-pull. So we'll first go to the elbow side. And as you reach through the opposite arm, stretch. Find your exhale and breathe it back in up to center. And then let's go way over to the other arm and let it hang. Breathe back into center, full breath, and release that arm. The right arm reaches up and over, activate. So warming into the neck joints. So as far as you can go, just respectfully, kindly. You always want to be safe and careful. And then as you breathe in, back up. And then exhale, reach all the way over, elbow up, reach that arm. Come all the way back into center. And let's bring our hands back behind. And as you hold onto that back occiput, the back part of your cranium, your head's going to go forward, tuck the chin, so all the neck along the back will stretch, but your hands and head are pushing, so there's a dynamic movement. You can feel your whole body kind of curl, and then push your feet, feel hands press, and there's opening through the neck. Let's do one more of that, exhaling and pressing back up again. And we'll do the same thing with the forehead. This action, you can feel the whole front of the neck waking up. These intrinsic muscles, let's go forward, tuck the chin, push, pull, so you really get into those tiny muscles. The strength to support our spine to be upright. A lot of times it just gets tired and unused and then weak. So here we wake up, more blood and chi flow to give to the possibilities of a clear channel all the way up. Find the next neck movement. Say that fast. Next neck movement. The chin comes down. I'll do it on the sideways so you can see. It comes down, so you really tuck in, and then you're going to reach it out and out forward. Lift it up. Tuck it in. So circles with this chin, drawing that, reach, 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 lift up, and then really draw it in. So you might notice that when you do that, and you might notice that when I do that, it gets everything else going. We're one big body and it's interconnected. So if you want to have some fun, make the circles, but allow your whole body spine to start undulating. So that in through that movement, you're not only just doing your neck, the thoracics, in through the low back, the sacrum, all the way down to the tailbone. So finding where in your body you can bring a wave of energy through, clearing anything that's stuck and kind of not free. Let's go the other direction. The chin lifts up, moves forward, and draws back, and then lifts up. So you start with the neck first, just so you get the feeling of the movement through the chin, reaching it out as far as you can, and then pulling it back. And with your ease, let everything else follow. Exhaling forward, rolling, drawing back up, lifting up on the nice inhale. And one more there. All the way up, full breath. Come to center, and in that center, your shoulders squeeze, come up, feel as if you're being drawn up, that it really starts into the sinewy parts of your body, that it's opening layers, and then shake it out. Breathe in, lift up, shimmy up, move more, wiggle your neck. Breathe in. And again. A couple more times. How much more space can you create in that whole shoulder, neck, even into your side body? One more. It can grow. It's a great place. One and then the other. Shoulder girdle. We carry a lot in our lives, if not sit forward in a seat that leads us into this forward curl. So we want to up and open everything. Start just little bits with the shoulder. This sometimes is hard, I've noticed with people, to get this all the way back. So find where you go slow and start with just that shoulder. And as we did with our neck, the relationship with that is the elbows, and then the elbows and the wrists, and the elbows, wrists, and fingers. Continuing to feel the breath, breathing, relaxing, breathing, relaxing. And your legs can find that movement that just steps with each flow as we're opening the joints, clearing space between the bones, bringing the fluids much more free to flow. One more big one on both sides. Breath deep and full. Both of them relax, and forward, and around, forward, and around, forward with the elbows, and around, forward with the elbows and wrists, and around, breathing, and exhaling to your fingers, full breath, and in your spine, opening, lifting and rising every breath, a little bit more deep in the motion of full body spine. Shoulders a little bit more free. Bring them into a place where, with your arms breathing up, interweave the fingers. Press up through the palms. Allow, if you're able, to go straight up. Some of us, wherever it is, it can be even to here. I know shoulder issues are real, so be where you're comfortable. And in the breath, reach it through. Allow your right arm to pull you over. And as it pulls over, push towards your left side body. So we've gotten the shoulders, now we're going to get into the armpit side body. Breathe in, up. And exhale to your left side. And just feel that ease. Find where you're just enjoying the movement, giving you a little bit more feeling, sensation. Continue to give action to all that space with your breath. Inhale to the center, and the exhale, relax your head. Use that underarm to pull the upper, and breathe it in, lift it up. As your hands come down a little bit more to your heart level, take a moment to pull to your left side, look right. Breathe in back to center. Use your right arm to pull, drop that left shoulder, and look out your left eye. And breathe in back to center. Take a couple nice, easeful spirals, letting your whole spine just be with ease with each breath. Come into the place that your arms might soften and drop a little bit, but keep those eyes gazing through that side peak, letting them come to center, and then turn again to the farthest part on either side. Release the hands, exhale. Inhale, both palms up. With the left hand, we're going to rotate it back. And through that back, the elbow, shoulder. And then the right shoulder is going to come forward, opposite direction. Elbow, wrist, and fingers. Your legs can be a part of this as you reach. Both arms are reaching as far as they can in both directions. This is like wringing out the layers. The meridians live between the layers, so we want to unglue. So out through that whole right arm, reaching with the left, but spiraling through. So the fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulders, opposite directions. Now pull, 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 pull. And then again, the breath in the center. And out again through to your right side, reach, reach, reach. And back into center. You keep doing that one, your arms will really clear anything through those joints. Shake them out all the way through. Wrist, hands, fingers there. Let's pull each finger and open those joints, meridians. So hands and feet up through the knee and elbow are some of the strongest points. They're well meridian points. So acupuncture-wise, strong energy lives here, and they go to all of our organs and bowels. So we want to give as much freedom, massage into these places, the thumb joint right into this little hollow here. Take each finger at the joint and squeeze it all the way to the end tip. Release the energy as you move through the 3 yin and 3 yang meridians that come out of your hands and feet, another time, will be a lot much more invigorated, open, cleared. Let's do both sides. Come to the thumb. You know, a lot of people have this joint here, so we want to keep it flourishing with blood energy. And then into the hollow. Yes. powerful point, large intestine 4. Great for the immune system, really great for stress, really important to keep ourselves strong. So when we're working our body with this self-massage kind of Qigong energy, the electromagnetic energy from our hands, from our mind, heart, intentions, really is powerful. We bring it in and we really support our body health being. Every finger, 3 yin meridians, 3 yang, shake it out. Bring it into the fingers, rotate firmly. So go one direction and feel it through the fingers squeezing into the wrists firmly. Now turn it around, go the other direction. And is it as smooth? Can you even do it? So usually one side is often not as functionable as the other. So I like to watch where I go automatic and go the opposite way first and get that to find its way, to be smooth, to be balanced. This is the left-right brain hemisphere. So, you know, how can we bring balance into both sides? It takes practice, but you can get there. And then as you press the palms out, exhale, pull the fingers, soften the knees, heel toe a little bit wider. And as you pull, let the left elbow pull wide, and then the right. So then just kind of find a little swing on that. You're right at the heart level, shoulder level. Let your head go. Allow it to stay in alignment with your spine and peek both directions. Keep the pull of the arms so that right behind the heart in the scapula, that doorway behind the heart is given a little bit more space. Drink in the colors and the light. Part of breath practice is that we breathe through the nose, but we also breathe through the pores. And we also breathe through our eyes. So drink in that golden light. Sunset time here. Release your hands. Bring them around to where gently they tap your lung, right in that hollow, and your kidneys in the back. So round and round. Your head can turn in the direction that you are. Your hips kind of drop side to side. Just be easy, tapping, toning, inspiring energy into those organs. And down through the knees, ankles, feel your feet on the earth, your breath deep. And then shimmy, shake it out. Ha, ha. All right, so let's carry on down to our hips. And through to the hips, bring ourselves through to where we're gonna make really big circles. So the femur bone, the thigh bone, has a big head on it, and it's in the pelvic bowl. And so this is kind of the root of our body, and it's like, you know, it's the bottom. So things can tend to get a little tighter or stuck, or if you sit a lot or emotionally, it can just kind of drop down and not move. And so here we want to free up the flow of energy and blood, of what might be living in. Body holds emotions, so we can go both ways. Let's do like 6 on one direction and 6 on the other. And as you're going around, nice and slow and easy, let's go even slower. Way over, wide sits bones, breathing in all the way around, pubis forward, way over. Keep the belly drawn in, way side, into the forward. One more time around here, taking it slow. I like to start with the flow just to get a sense, and then how much more deeply can you feel when we slow it down. So go a little quicker here just to see what movement you can loosen up. Kind of grease your hinges. And then after that's there, slow down. And let's do an exhale forward and to that side. And the wide sits bones, breathe in all the way around. And then the exhale forward, around. Nice big breath. All the while everything's connected into the center, this lower dantian that cultivates this incredible life force, this wellspring reserve. As we come down through the body, we've touched many horizons. The knees are definitely a place, about hip width apart. You slide your hands down. The movement comes in the direction with the knees, but you can really feel it in your hip joints as well. And I like to bring it down to my ankles and toes. Why not, right? The more we can connect ourselves as a whole body. Isolation is great as well, so just kind of tune into the knees at first. How we usually have been graduating slowly to the knees, feeling it moving through. Breath is breathing, deep and full. And then you take it down to the ankles and part of the knee motion through the layers of tissue, the fascia, this weave of web of tissue that's like liquid light. The more we free it through the whole body, we glide and into the hips as well. And let's go the other direction, circulating inward. And as you go inward, that place that continues to feel relation to the hips, the spine even, the ankles and toes. Breath deep and full. Rocking slowly up, feeling your heel, toe together. Bending again, just getting comfortable onto your knees. And both directions, one direction, all one way. Swivel with your hips, roll with your ankles, wiggle with your toes. Breathe deep breaths. Can your breath reach to the toe, to the bubbling springs? Go the other direction. Long and slow, feeling it all. Rolling up, spine coming, arms flourishing all the way to the heavens. And exhale. Heel toe. Find your stability. Feel what you feel. Transition. The movement that brings a feeling, a sense of where your ability, capacity, stretch opens to. More free, light, waves, interconnected, heaven and earth. Each breath, a current that lifts and opens. Gathering the elements, the atmosphere, and cosmic chi. Receive, feel the wash of light in through your whole body being. Allow it to settle through, permeate into all space, down through, into the earth. Rest there for a moment. Let's heel toe our feet together. And here I invite you to be comfortable. So if that was a lot of standing for you, find your chair, sit on your cushion. We'll be working with the head. And the head, an invaluable place to then clear for that lightening, brightening of what serves high vision. So I'll stand and you all carry on and get comfortable. If you need a sip of water, please do. And then we will begin. I'll take 3 long, slow, deep breaths, and you can too. Are you smiling inside? Are you feeling the ease in your body? Is there a place that your mind has dropped back into that kind view and presence of just this very sweet moment. Bring your hands to your heart. And before you, bring your hands together and we'll rub them and invigorate chi flow, blood flow. We'll cause more light to shine through these wands of our hearts. They say when we use our hands, like I mentioned earlier, on our own bodies, it magnifies the healing inside where we extend to ourselves. But we also prepare for who we touch in our world. So we start here, and then we come here. And the tranquilizing QIGong head massage is powerful. So feel your hands. They might be tingling a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit shoulder width apart. I'm going to find my posture. If you're standing, just feel how the buoyancy comes alive, that your feet are plugged into the earth, that your breath is deep, that your legs, knees kind of bounce. You have a soft movement through the body, that you're pumping the energy, that there's a rise up through as you press down. And as the knees bend, it's as if you connect at the root and it all comes back in again. So feel that action in your body spine if you are standing. It keeps everything moving, so it's not like just standing. And hands, energy. Have you found and felt where it's growing? The more you pump, the more it grows. So bringing those hands of light. Gather some cosmic energy, sparkling stars. Wiggle your fingers. Extend light in through your whole crown. Bring it in through to your brain. Bring it in through to all the nerve synapses, connections. Light, bright, clearing tensions, shadows, dust from our eyes. Bring that energy to the crown, tapping gently. Invigorating into the meridian channels on the head, many of them that serve our senses, reception. Move, move down the back of the head, along the occipital ridge, around the ears, up and over, through to the crown. And continue to move that way that gives a little bit more infusion through those fingers into all of the meridians that serve your clarity, that waking, that willing ability to come present. So extending that light, freeing it all up. Fingers kind of comb through from the hairline, the temporals, above the ears. Move it up and into the head, the occiput. Come up into the inside of the head and stimulate all along the upper crown, down and around to the back. All these channels along the occipital ridge that we rub to clear the pathways, the meridian gates that feed up into those upper centers. Use your left hand at the top of your neck and hold on and pull as your head turns towards the elbow. Do the other side, upper part of the neck, and turn your head towards your elbow. And you can see how I'm gripping and giving a nice pull to the tissue, clearing any tensions. And then come down again on to the middle part of the neck and turn. And then to the other side, turn. Remember, the more you drag, you undo the glue. Then down at the bottom of your neck and pull through there. Come one more side at the bottom. Pull, turning that way. Rub your hands, the head tranquilizing. So, you know, the mind has been in many places this time. It's been a very rare life these days, and a lot of stories that cause stress from the ways that we perceive. So this to help clear any kind of stress tension that's held in our face, but also to go into the senses that will pierce through illusion. If we go deep enough, our vision can see the altruistic way of what life is, and we can understand. So fingers light up. We'll start with the middle governing vessel from the nose crease to the hairline, and breathe in, come down, breathe in, come down. And then with the pointer finger right above the eyes, move that energy up. Thumbs at the temporal notch, gentle circles. Breathe in, relax. Breathe in, relax. Breathe in as it turns round. All fingers, gentle reverberation up and down through the whole forehead, feeling the dynamic movement up, relaxed down, but just every meridian channel that feeds into eyes and ears and nose, just wake that up. Wipe wide on the brow, release that static energy. Rub your hands again, fingers, thumbs. Thumbs go up underneath the cranial bone, pinch there, and then pinch, nice exhale, breathe in, relax. Pinch, exhale, and breathe in, relax. Gather the energy, move it down a little bit, and breathe, move it down. Pinching along the line of your eyebrow with your breath, infusing the energy more deeply into all of the points along the brow. Take it wide through the brow, release that out. The line along the orb of the eye on the cranium has 2 points we'll work with. Right at the high point at the orb is a little well space again. Breathe, exhale, and relax. Exhale, breathe in, and exhale, infuse it in. Slide right under the eye, again, a little well space, press in, and in with the exhale, and relax, and in with the exhale, relax. We're preparing the eyes as you go up through to the tear duct. Slightly bend your pointer finger and gently glide over that rim of your cranium, eye orbit. Move it out. And then allow the finger to just wiggle itself up right back in. Not any pressure at all, just as if you're riding on the top of the skin. Lymph systems, the fluids that clear and purify, live right under the levels of skin. And if you move in, tune in with those rivers of waters, they can take what we move out as we do this practice. Rub your fingers, 3 fingers. What we're going to do is into our eyes, so if you have contact lenses, just move your eyes up and down. Otherwise, 3 fingers go right, close your eyes, on top of the eyes, press in, and look up and down and up and down and up and down. And pause your eyes for a moment and just rock your fingers side to side, just up around that little hollow over your eyeball, a gentle massage. Relax and breathe in as your hands release. And then with those fingers again on the bottom part, I use 2. Depends on how big your eye is. So close your eyes. You can look down to slide under. And then just Slide side to side as you look side to side, side to side. The feeling of the hands moving, the fingers deeper in there, just loosening any restrictions in the eye, bringing more blood to those vision places. Slowly release that. Rub your hands, heels of the hands together. Get it really, really warm. And as that then presses into your eyeballs, again, if contacts are there, don't push so hard, just hollow and get the warmth into your eyes. But the pressure creates a different dynamic, and as you turn your eyes, 8 circles, big circles, one direction and then the other. You can notice your breathing, those long, slow, deep breaths. You might feel a little bubble of tension or release. You can blow it out your mouth. And when you're ready with your 16, let your eyes just expand and relax and open. Rub again. Wide through the eyes, over the forehead. Eyes, ears, 2 fingers, either side, up and down. Bring that vigorously up through the meridians that serve your hearing, the deep listening. And as we go into the ear and embryo, we'll massage into all the points that reflect into our body. The head is in the lobes, moving it up through the edge, the spine, taking it up all the way through to the tippy top, squeeze, and then bring it, your fingers into the upper part inside of your ear. You'll feel that cartilage. Notice your breath and your posture, everything's still alive. You're pulsing with energy, earth and heaven, as you're feeding into the lower burner. So this is all this lower part of your body. The fingers go down to the middle part of your ears, and that's these major organs in the middle. So nice to get into our ears to activate our whole body and endocrine system. So down through the lower part is the heart and the lungs, thymus, thyroid. Fingers in the ears, pull out 3 times. Closing your ears, we're going to tap onto the occipital ridge, and we'll go 36 times. So count your own, and then when you're done, open your eyes and release your hands. So closing firmly. I love that picture of Milarepa, always listening deeply. Hands, eyes, ears, nose, top of the nose. Right above on the brow, on the inside, there's a little space, the sinuses. So nose breathes air, chi, prana, energy, into the cavities, the sinus cavities, chi reservoirs. So those chi reservoirs carry that energy into the upper centers. So we want them free. To activate these senses opens up what feeds into pineal and pituitary, into our brain, into the nerve system. So allow those fingers, wands of light, go right into that point. Exhale in and breathe. Exhale as you press. And breathe in. Exhale as you press. And breathe in. Breathe, exhale. Down, sliding along the nose. A third down is another sinus point. It really has sensation usually. So press your finger in there. Exhale in. Breathe in. Exhale. Sliding down to the edge of your nose. Exhale. Releasing the hands. Find a breath. And where one point, not a part of all the senses, it really is a wake-up point. So I love this. It's kind of a middle point. It's a point that blasts open what sleeps, what's, how should I say, that's going to faint, that's going to fall away. Somebody who's having an epileptic fit that's out of balance. This point, you're in meditation, you're bobbing way too much, this point. So it's midway, lip and nose, fingernail right in that midline, and you extend energy in, exhale. Breathe in, fill up with energy, extend energy in. Good way to, in the middle of a practice, to keep everything going. Take a couple times, let's do 9 of them. There's 4. That'll brighten it up. Mouth. Okay, the fluids. We talked about fluids earlier. When we have purification, saliva comes through, and sometimes it's kind of funky. Well, we're clearing it out so that it becomes pure essence. There's a value to the Jing essence as when been purified, that it creates a higher energy frequency into your body. And so we can direct those fluids, whether through the cranial fluid, the fluids of the mouth, saliva, the synovial fluids in the joints, the sexual fluids, the blood. It's all vital Jing essence. So here, where with the mouth, valuable to bring into the centers that we're cultivating to lighten, enlighten. And with each breath, feel again, just click your teeth and notice what happens. Or do you already have more saliva? Take a moment, just click your teeth. And then pause. Notice anything? Well, let's help it. So purifying the mouth, there's a lot of glands around, so start at the jaw and relax down. Relax your jaw and just really kind of massage down, and then lift up and relax down. Exhale, breathe in, and exhale, and breathe in. Coming to the bottom jaw, we're going to move up through the gums. So come to the bottom of the jaw, and as if scooping and lifting the gums up upon your teeth. So the gums are part of the support with these teeth that we want for the rest of our life. Go out to the side again, and these places to keep healthy gums up, holding strong to all of these little pearls we have in our mouth, all the way to your jaw, and then come to the top and go down. So get under the cheekbone and move down, and move it down as you walk yourself to your lips and along the front of your mouth, all the way through the teeth, and then the front out again. And all the while you're pumping through the fluids, glands in your mouth. Every time, just each movement, breath, breathing, circulating. Draw your hands up around the back and release down through the neck. So any lymph fluids that need to be released. Let's take a little bit more into the chin. Glide up through to that and release again. Gently, it's nothing needing strong pressure. One more time, and releasing. So rub your hands and just release any tensions along the chin, jawbone. Go out wide and move it through the cheeks, through the nose. Nice invigoration through the brow. That great inner smile that as we look anywhere, we can be in awe with the wonder of what life is growing brighter. Bring it to your head. Shake it off. And let's close the tranquilizing Qigong head work with Red Dragon Runs the Cave. So bring your hands to your heart. Sometimes we settle here, but this is a nice cultivation. And as we hold our hearts, again, wherever you feel stable with your feet, I'm going to come in heel toe together. Feel the depth of your breath. Clicking your teeth 36 times, create saliva consciously. And as that clicking pulls and draws from all of this being woke with our movement, savor it. Try your best not to swallow it. Let it accumulate into a little pool of essence. And then we'll turn our tongue around and our eyes around 9 times. So you really need to stretch your tongue inside your mouth, around your teeth. I like to see people turning their tongues, and then their eyes are really turning. Your mouth is closed, so as you exhale, 9 circles one direction and 9 circles the other. Exhale again. Swish, move your tongues, draw more fluids. And again, savor. And swallow it in 3 parts, 3 swallows. Drop it into your heart and into the lower dantian. The outer hand comes to the lower dantian. A crescent, receiving, savoring, the heart full. Merge them together as you come and settle into your ground. Heel toe your feet. Relax your arms. Release into the earth, bow. And breathe in. And exhale. Gathering. Receiving the showers of light. Just find ourselves taking a moment. Exhale to the right. Breathe in, turn right. Exhale to the right. Breathe in, turn right. Exhale, right foot turns. And then breath. Right foot turns. And then breath, the other direction. Exhale, left. Breathe in. Left again. Breathe in. Take in the view, the light and the color. Each breath drawing it in, grounding it into your center. Let's go right again. Exhale and breathe in. Exhale, step and focus. Step and focus. Step and focus. Around, left and focus. Left and focus. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. A little bit of movement coming down onto our mats, but a few things before we get there. I'm going to come sideways so you can see where we go. And as you center in, hands can be at your heart. We release on the exhale. The breath breathes in, lifts the energy up. Heel toe your feet so your arms and legs are balanced. Let's just feel this for a moment, that one arm is reaching and stretched through that side of the leg, and then the other, and that toe can come up. We're just going to take a few side stretches to bring ourselves into a new flow, that in the place that we've opened our body's joints, we're going to bring it more deeply into these organs and glands. A couple more stretches. Stretch out through the toe, through that side. Bring it into a little spiral. Reach for those heavens, those stars. Pick a bright one and bring it to your heart. And stand in your posture, this mountain, deep earth rooting, heads in the heavens. Exhale, offer. Full breath, gather. Exhale, bend the knees, spine comes horizontal. Inhale, arch the spine, lift. Exhale, the hands touch the earth and bow. Breathe in, roll up, hands come to the midline as they rise through to the crown, offer, and exhale, release. Again, the breath breathes. Bend the knees, horizontal spine. Breathe in, arc, hands and head, wide sits bones. Bow, touch the earth. Let it go. As you breathe in, draw the hands up through the midline to the heart. Offer it up, full breath, and release. Draw it to your heart, and exhale. One more time. Find that strong spine, stable seat, deep root. Rise and open through the crown. Exhale, bow, let it all go. Touch the earth. Roll up, press feet, spine unravels, heart opens, lift and offer, and arms float. As you breathe up through to the heart, step your right foot forward. The left foot comes back. So you'll need to find a little bit of space on where you'll live in this comfortably. Your hips you want to have balanced. Your legs are both, your feet are both pointed forward. We're going to come into a bend. So you might have to scooch the back leg back a little bit. So let's just test it to see where you're at. And as you exhale, you can kind of feel where that's going. So just let that back leg stabilize. Whoops. Stabilize. Hands at your heart. As you exhale, bend the knees and bow. Breathe in, straighten up. It's a balancing pose for sure. Exhale, curl. And breathe up, straighten. Again, scooch a little bit. Ooh. And straighten up, full breath. Om. Om. Swoop yourself forward, come to your heart, deep breath, and step your right leg back. Again, stabilizing. As you come into the bend, get your distance, bend in, just feel where's that balance in the hips, and come through. And this where we'll change it, arms out, and then rising up. Arms out, all for balance. So whatever places we've been, we may be swung round a few loops here and there. So this just kind of brings us back into a place. Where do we live in a balanced place? Inside. So that nice opening through the legs, the spine, arcing if you can. Breath in. Om. 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 Stepping forward. Exhaling, breathing in, lift, curl the spine, exhale. Take a few breaths as you arch and arc, just to free the flow. One more. Let's come down to our hands and knees. That's our timing, perfect. As your hands come under your shoulders, your knees are back a little bit more. We're gonna have an arch and an arc. Arc is very strong uplift with the toes pointing. Arc is elbows bent. And you're really feeling the wide sits bones, a long spine, shoulders roll back, broad through. So your hands might be open more, the elbows bend. On the exhale, we'll push back and create space through the arch. On the inhale, we'll drag forward, roll the toes, activate the fingers. Exhale, curl as you feel that motion through the back spine. Toes push down, fingers push down. Ground the heels of the hand, roll the toes, activate, draw it deep into the lower belly, shoulders, heart opens. And exhaling, extend through. Full breath, breathing here in. Exhale, empty. Activate, push down, rise up, lift more through the belly, raise open behind the heart, and then that pull to lengthen and broaden through the chest, front body. Exhale one more time here, and inhale. One more to a gentle resting. And if this is comfortable for you, just forehead to the ground. If your knees are a bother, come up higher. And if you need something under your knees, that can help too. Otherwise, you're in your chair or next to a table. Just let your upper body rest. Let your being rest. Let your breath be natural. Allow the breath to expand the back body, behind the heart, kidneys. As you exhale, just feel your center, connect with the earth, press down. Roll yourself up on the inhale. Just come on up and be comfortable in your body in the way that you are back onto your hands and knees. I think I'll go sideways. Again, you'll see maybe at an angle. So left leg, right arm. As you're grounding, you want your shoulders to stay over your wrists. And if wrists are a challenge, you can use up onto the fists. And if they're really a challenge, you can come down on the elbows. It's a little bit different, but whatever works. And if you use a table and stand, that can work too. There's always a way. As you exhale, feel the hands ground, come forward, and just lean back a little bit on the inhale. Exhale, just feel that stability. On the next inhale, reach the left leg and reach out the right arm. Exhale, draw the elbow to knee, squeeze, and reach out again, both arm and leg. Each time we're going to arch here as you squeeze, press the back, belly up. And as you exhale, the extension of energy through your fingers and toes. Continue that action on every exhale, dynamic, pumping those organs and glands, reaching through the meridians, strong well points. Breathing deeply each breath to reach far and open wide. One more exhale here. And as you come forward, balance and lift and rise and open. Feel that possibility to give a balance. Maybe lift your right foot up. Where's the stability? Reach it up, lift more. And the right hand comes down. Bring the left knee down. Take a breath. And exhale, curl the spine. Breathe in. And exhale, curl. A little interim, one more. And as you breathe in, lift up. Right leg reaches out, left arm. And in that left arm, exhale. Inhale, lift up through the back body. Exhale, extend energy out through fingers and toes. Draw that through the spine, bones, knee to nose. And then extend it out far and beyond. Draw deep, every organ and gland held and light, opening through the chi channels. Full breaths. Continue moving through, healing, invigorating, reviving. Draw that out to radiate more. Full exhale. Out and beyond. Balance. As you're balancing, see where that is. Can your left foot lift up? It's always fun to wiggle. It wakes up little muscles that don't get used much. Well, one side always shows it's a little bit less. As you arch, feel that breath and exhale, come back down. Come up onto your hands and knees. Arch the spine. Reach the right arm up. As you reach it up, we're going to slide under to the left side. And as you do, tuck the tail and really squeeze under. Breathe in, lift up. And exhale, squeeze under. So there's the arm move. The spine starts arching, and then it curls. And then as you reach a little bit more, it can move into a greater arc, open through. And then it comes through, really curl under, reaching out through that left side. Extend the left leg, reach the arms high to the heavens, and then bend and extend deeper into the side of your body. The spine spiraling, opening all the way through. And then bringing it down to a deep place, concentrating the energy inside. Full breath, opening, and exhale. Nice inner space. Come to balance with the left arm, knees balancing. The left arm reaches out. And so just getting the arm going first. The left arm reaches, and it might work its way to be higher. So as your body opens, you breathe and expand and draw it in, squeeze, exhale. And then as you reach out, that right leg reaches, and then dive even more back under. So where the full body spine from the tail to the crown is drawn into this beautiful movement of energy through the spine. Every breath part of the flow that clears more light into those places. Full, deep breaths. One more. As you exhale, draw that energy in. Pause there. Come in through to a nice hands and knees pose and sit onto your side. Bring your legs forward and feel where your feet touch. Your hands are on your shins. You're holding up wherever your body is. You might need a block or a pillow to help whatever supports your back. We want to have the back upright so you're able to feel the sits bones so that when we're rocking, you get that sensation at the bottom of your body, the middle, lower belly, and back. So all for the strength and cultivation of what is in the lower dantian. So as we exhale, let's feel that curl. Our legs kind of push out, but our arms are pulling back, and it's a wonderful stretch behind the heart. Tuck your chin and feel the deep belly lift up back behind. And then on the inhale, then the elbows to your knees, lift up and open. Exhale. Push and pull with your arms and legs. And then draw in on the breath, knees and elbows activated. Out through the mouth, out through the pores. In through the spine, draw it up, lift open, lift your heart, brighten your mind. Exhale, curl, spiral inward, deep inside. Stretch the outer shell to free. More space for light to rise. All the way through, full breath. Exhale again. And inhale, lifting and arcing. The arch is dynamic. You can feel every vertebra stretching between every space. And on the inhale, there's more space to rise up even more clearly through that channel. Continue to refresh the spine with this gentle wave of motion all the way up. And as we turn to our left side, your right hand will hold the shin or the knee, facing that direction. So it's a spiral. Like all things, blood flows, spirals in the vessels, waters through tubes, rivers. It's just how life energy flows. And we, too, want to create freedom for that. And so you can kind of feel, where is this going to go? And there with the inhalation, the push-pull action. And then the exhale, you can feel a little bit more curve in through the thoracic spine. Tuck the chin. Use the action of the arms, legs, pushing away, pulling towards, lift up, open. And then exhale the mouth. Activate the hands and the legs to keep moving through the arms back behind the heart. Breathing in. And exhale. Nice deep breath. Glimpse a star, draw it in, crown, third eye, into your throat, into your heart. Nice deep breath, raising through spiraling energy, offering it all. And then exhale. Breathe in again, rise it up, and come to the center. And let's find where your exhale curls. Come back and feel one side and the other as you move. The ever-changing phenomena of bodies opening, joints freeing, sensations of tingling, blood alive inside. One more exhale. Rise up. Turn to your right side. Your left hand holds on. And then find again that spiral. So it's almost as if your hips stay balanced and those ribs come pulling both ways. So you've got a little bit of twist at the waistline. And that moves up through the thoracic spine. Exhale. Find your way through. We're kind of unwinding tensions and patterns in our body. The journey of freedom sometimes has to go through many layers and feelings of experience that opens us to things we don't even remember. So we want to go slow and with each breath to support our bodies, to undo anything that keeps us from being clear and pure and bright. Breath, serving that as you fill that energy and releasing, exhale, as well as concentrating the energy out. Nice breath in. Come up to the top, back into center. On your exhale, curl your chin, tuck it to the chest, roll down as if you're diving into this little womb of your being, and just pause there and rest. Let your hands touch your feet or your shins or wherever you're at comfortably, and just allow the breath to fill your back. That all the back spine channels that serve every organ and gland, at the back door of the heart, the rich wealth of the kidneys bellow with this energy. Give ease to every exhale that your body softens and illuminates with every inhale. Deepens again where exhales draw you to that point, the concentration, cultivation, and expansion then of that light. Rolling yourself up slowly, exhale, inhale, straightening your legs out in front. How's everybody doing? Let's find a nice comfortable position and lay on our backs. I think I'll come to the side here to where we'll talk us through a few abdominal spaces. So we know the abdominals, this whole belly, it's a place that supports our back, and our back and our front together supports that lower cauldron, our fire energy, and when we cultivate the ceiling of the Hui Yin, it all stays within. There's really strength building. So feel where the sits bones squeeze together as if you just draw them towards the midline. And notice how your heels press up from that. And as your heels press up, they're going to keep extending up to where it almost feels like your legs are coming out of your thigh bone, or the hip joint, and continue to squeeze the midline, lifting up. Feel the abdominals drop in. So this is where I would like your hands on your belly, because the tendency is bellies pooch out. When your legs go down, there's this gap, and that kind of loses the inner cultivation. So you want to have that squeeze from the sits bones, the legs extending up, and there's a strength to this front side as well. So as you release, say, your right leg, just go down, and does the belly stay down? And go down a little bit more. As soon as it starts pooching up, bend your knee and raise it back up. And let's try the other leg, exhaling down, and you can begin to point your toe as it comes down. And as it goes down, maybe it's a couple inches off the ground, bend the knee and flex it up. And now full breath, right leg, extend it down, go to where you go, halfway, part way, all the way, but float it, and then bend the knee. And just notice that the sits bones are drawn in, the deep abdominals are drawn deep into the sacral cave, into that place that cultivates the energy. Let's continue to extend out through the right leg, point, point, point. Keep the left leg flexing and the sits bones are still activated. Lots of little pieces here to keep it all together. But you know those pots that we want to keep full with this vital energy. We just continue to find where in these practices you can become natural with it. Now, if you want to try both, where does that go? Maybe part way, bend your knees, come back up. Keep feeling where. And there you come all the way up. And the arms out to the side. As your arms are to the side, again, if the back is uncomfortable, rock. If your legs need to be bent, that's okay. We all have a different capacity. Strength will be building. Hands grounded. Ideally, the legs will grow to be long. Again, sits bones squeezing, heels up, and rock to your right side. And then back. And then to your left side. And then back. Slowly exhaling, float it, feel the sides of your abdominals and breathe in. And then slowly, let me move this little thing out of the way to the left side. And then back in. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. 2 more. On both sides. Legs up. Stretch your arms up, flex your hands, point your toes, circulate your fingers, rotate your feet around, shake your legs, release your fingers, arms, and then hold on to your knees. Bring your knees towards your chest, forehead to your knees. And slowly roll down with your heels coming to the ground, close to your sits bones if you can, or wherever that is. Your knees are going to be parallel. Your arms are to the side. We're going to start small and grow. So as you grow, we're going to have, excuse me a second, we're going to have the exhale, ground the heels. The inhale lifts the pelvis up. The arms just float a little bit. And then exhale down. So every breath's going to go a little bit more, and the arms will come a little bit higher. Again, your breaths. You feel the need to breathe in through the nose, build that energy. And sometimes that exhale through your mouth just releases the held up energy, any stresses, or just what's been released to the surface. Make sure your heels are parallel to your knees. And this time as you come, arms all the way up over your head. Roll your shoulders just gently down towards your waistline. Press the heels, lift your pelvis up even more. Exhale, soften it down. Press the heels, roll up a little bit more. And exhale down. Again, one more full press. And relax down. As you come up on your tippy toe, arms reach out. And as you release, start with the upper spine. And then to the lower spine. And all the way through to where your head is lifts and hands between. If you need to hold your head, 3 pulses. Relax your spine, lift your knees. Draw your hands to your knees, little circles one direction. And little circles the other direction. Release your feet to the ground and open your knees wide. Allow your hands to come to the side. So as your hands are to the side, we're going to take the right leg up, keeping it in that diamond shape. So it's just nice 90-degree angle. And the turn of the right leg will be at the hip joint. So we'll rotate it all the way over. We're going to go to where as far as we can, and then let's bring it back. I'd like you to feel that. It's a beautiful way to get into that hip joint. So you lift up the right leg 90 degrees, and then right at the hip joint is where you're turning. You're not just pulling the knee over. You're moving from that deep joint, rotating all the connective tissue until it comes over to the other side. Let's go back one more time. And then it's lifted, and then rotate all the way around. And this time bring that right foot to the left knee. And your right hand, reach up and high. If there's an issue with your shoulder, just wherever it is comfortable. The line of energy that we're wanting to open through the belt channel all the way down through that right thigh. Your left hand can be on that thigh and actively push-pull. Continue to reach out through your right arm. Breathe through the full body. Long, slow, deep breaths. And there on the next inhale, lift the right leg up. Come back into your diamond pose. Continue to breathe with the arms finding their way to the side. And this time we'll move with the left leg up. We'll do it a couple times to get to feel how do we rotate that hip joint over. So you can see it takes all the way from that hip over and then back. I'm going to stick this in here and then rotate all the way around to this side and then back. And one more, all the way over, round, round, round to that side with the right arm, left arm reaching. Nice full breaths. Extend the energy open, the belt channel clearing, nice spiral to the spine. Invigorating in and through all the layers of your tissue with every breath. Nice exhale, relaxing into the possibilities of openness. Through the layers of tissue, just freeing what flow, channels, moving that energy into every organ and gland. Release the hand, come back up with the knees. Come back up with the hands. Find that squeeze in. Lift the head, bow inward. And slowly curl your spine down as your feet touch the earth. Adjust yourself so that you can just be in a comfortable position. Extend the right leg up, coming into a restful place, offering your foot down, float it, and offer, drop it in. Extend the left leg, extend out, reach it, reach it, reach it, float, and then let it drop. Both arms up through, palms to the heavens, and relax there. Press the elbows, roll the shoulders, and rock your head side to side, just giving way to any place that can find a greater freedom to surrender completely. Where this place of stillness, what tranquility has been cultivated. Find it as we journey through our toes, squeeze the feet, through the ankles, shins, squeeze through the knees, through the thighs, and relax. Feel it through the pelvis, belly, back, through the ribs, squeeze, and through the whole chest. And let go. Feel it through the upper shoulders, through the arms, upper arms, forearms. Squeeze through the hands, fingers, and let go. Relaxing every part of your spine from the tailbone. Squeeze up through the lumbars, thoracics. Keep squeezing up through the upper part, neck, cranium, and let go. Your face, scrunch it, stretch your tongue, feel however through your whole face, skin, cranial muscles. Deep squeeze and relax. Release the inner ear and the root of your tongue. Allow your eyes to float in the orb of your cranium. Feel your mind, brain resting deep as you connect with your heartbeat. Relax so deeply that the reverberation of your heart moves through this cocoon of your cultivation, this beautiful healing energy. Spacious, vast, cells floating, loose and free, light in the atmosphere of this energy. The heart's tone, its frequency touching all. As your breath stirs and you feel that being drawn through your nostril, the air on your skin, be it cool or warm, the waves of that breath energy moving through your limbs as you stretch and wiggle. Deepen that breath to bring life in as you roll over onto your right side. Give yourself a moment in that embryo pose as you come to feel what seed of your motivation has journeyed through. What love and kindness has brought you to this moment, inside and beyond. Come to your seat when you're ready. Om Tare, Tare, Turi Soha. Just find your seat for a moment. Your hands can rest comfortably where you feel, on your thighs, at your heart. Listening. The waves of the universe supporting us completely in this journey of life. with the earth, ever-bounding energy, magnetic forces lifting us up to the highest place. And we, with our hearts willing to step into each moment more fully, with ease and strength, courage, and a force that feels where we're held together as one. May all that we've done and every breath that we've breathed and every place that we've touched with love and care and kindness really lend to the wealth of healing and the great peace of being and the ease of all suffering. May the minds continue to fill our hearts full with the capacity that we are as human divine beings. So in the call for support, we have a prayer from the Blue Book. I think many of you have this. And it's on page 38, the prayer for world peace and welfare. The three jewels and the three roots, trustworthy source of refuge, and in particular the Lord of Snow, Avalokiteshvara, Jetsantara, and Guru Padmasambhava. I supplicate you, please follow your previous pledges. Bestow blessings that this aspiration prayer may be fulfilled most perfectly. Due to the degeneration of times, when thoughts and deeds of beings are perverted, and the inner and outer elements have lost their balance, men and cattle are seized by epidemic diseases previously unheard of, intruding Rahus, Nagas, powerful demons and dark forces, blight, frost and hail, bad harvest, warfare, and so forth. Erratic rainfall, heat, misery, droughts in the world, destruction by the elements such as earthquakes and the threat of fire, and in particular barbaric offenses causing harm to the teachings are rampant. May all types of harm and injury around the world be swiftly pacified and overcome. May precious and supreme bodhicitta spontaneously rise in the mind streams of all beings, human and non-human, and may they be free from destructive thoughts and deeds. May all be endowed with a loving mind for one another, and may well-being, glory, and prosperity prevail throughout the world. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and wide and ever last. By the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, by any root of virtue existing in samsara and nirvana, and by the power of our perfectly pure highest intention, may the fruition of our supplication and aspiration be attained. Om Tare. So be it, and so it is. I thank you, Tashi Delay, mahalo from my heart. Thank you, Christina, for bringing us all together, and Garchen Rinpoche for holding us so dearly in your heart. May your life be long and held in great harmony and wealth of health and being. My love is sent to you all in planes and the world and beyond. Aloha, aloha, aloha.
Thank you so much, Joyanna, for a beautiful practice and heart opening, body opening, relaxing preparation for this afternoon's meditation that will be guided by His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche starting at 3 o'clock Arizona time. So I hope everyone will join us this afternoon. And then, of course, tomorrow we've got another day of this beautiful practice together. So we will all gather again together this afternoon, Arizona time, 3 p.m. for meditation session. Thank you again, Joyanna, and everyone be well. We'll be back with you soon. Thank you.